mostly Cretans, hollering at your boy Prue. How we doing? How you doing? Shout out to all my YouTube fam. Oh man, I didn't realize how fucked I was till I looked at my TBR. That's not all of it. That's just the series I've started and not finished. Okay, so sit down. This could be a long one, maybe even a two-parter. I don't know yet. We're going to talk about series I've started, wanting to start, authors I want to get more into of, goals in fucking life. I don't know. I'm going to go off on a tangent about a shark at some point. It's in. I'm going to try not to. Woo! Happy Shark Week. Oh my God, that's been a savior during quarantine. I've watched all of it. I'm a shark fanboy. I love sharks. One of my favorite books of all time is Meg. And it's out here because I haven't finished that series. God, I don't even own the second one. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. I gotta, game face, bro. Game face. Okay. TBR hell. That's what I'm calling this. My TBR hell. Okay. Book one. This is in no order. This is in no order. I don't even fucking know. You probably just saw some of these in another video. Who knows? We're just gonna go from the top and I'm gonna set them down. We're gonna go. Okay, so Hyperion by Dan Simmons. Amazing. I loved it. I haven't read it since high school. It's a series. My friend Quinn says it's the best science fiction series ever. I disagree, because Dune is the best science fiction series ever. But reread that, and I would like to continue on, because I remember loving this in high school. Okay, Looking for Alaska. I don't know why this is in here. I do want to read more John Green. Maybe that's why I grabbed it. I don't know. I do want to read more John Green. That is something I will say. I got Looking for Alaska and Paper Towns, Fault in Our Stars. Those are the 3 John Green books I own. I think I've reviewed 1 or 2 of them. I don't know. I don't really know anymore what's going on. Okay, Foundation. I've read book 1 and I loved it. The trailer for the movie Apple Show or whatever is coming out, but I really want to finish the trilogy, the Foundation trilogy. I did book 1. I need to do the rest. That's something that I'm kind of embarrassed about. Everyone says, Pruitt, you consider yourself a horror junkie. I am. But you should really consider yourself more of a sci-fi fantasy junkie. And I consider myself, no, I'm a book junkie. I love books. I love stories. And I'm embarrassed of because growing up, like St. Clair, I had Richard Lamont, I had Brian Keene, Stephen King. I had these horror authors readily available growing up. So the paperbacks from hell, Clive Barker, all that I've read, but my science fiction availability was limited. And that what wasn't limited is just all the pop culture stuff, like Star Wars novels. Dune and the Foundation are kind of into pop culture now, but basically, like, whatever there was a movie of coming out, I had that access to it, because basically it was Walmart and the local library, and St. Clair Library has an amazing selection of Richard Lamont, Jack Ketchum, which is really weird, but his collection of classic sci-fi was limited. When I moved closer to the city, I say that I'm in Washington, Missouri. It's a pretty big city, but now that I have access, my science fiction knowledge is very limited. So I'm trying to boost the sci-fi books that I've read. So let's just keep going with that. Okay, so a lot of these are sci-fi fantasy. Oh, The Babysitter by R.L. Stine. I read this one, book 1. It's a 4-part series. I'm going to read more of that because I loved it. That was a good, look at this. These are my go-to kind of books. Just pick it up, finish it in a setting. Oh man, it's amazing. That's amazing. Dune. I've read Dune countless times, but I've only read the Frank Herbert stuff. I'd like to get into the Brian Herbert stuff eventually. I'm gonna have to reread the Frank Herbert stuff because it's been a while since I cracked this open. Oh no, I dropped a book. Well, Jurassic Park one to be talked about. Michael Crichton as a whole, I have 3, 6, 9, 10, a dozen or so Michael Crichton books. I'd like to have them all. He's one of my favorite authors. I always tell people Stephen King's my favorite author. But I've read 60 or 61 Stephen King novels, dozen and a half short story collection. I've read everything Stephen King's written except for The Institute and If It Bleeds. And I've given them various ratings. But everything Michael Crichton has written, all 7 books of his I've read, I've loved. And they all got 5 stars. So Michael Crichton I want to read more of. This is the one I originally picked up. Aurora Rising. I bought this in a sale for $1. It looks very, very, very YA. So this is on the bottom of my TBR. This might actually just be shelved for now because everything else looks more my taste. But I like the purple. It's a cool cover. It smells like crayons. I don't know why that's a factor. Do I smell like? No, I don't smell like a crayon. I just smell like a fat kid with B.O. I'm playing. But it's hot up here. The Expanse, me and Brad Proctor read book 1. I love book 1. I need to read book 2. I don't have it yet, though. So, the Expanse series. Interview with the Vampire, I literally just bought today. So, that's up there. I'd like to get into that. I remember owning those. I don't remember if I read them. So, I'm just going to say I haven't. I think I may have. Fuck, I don't know. Getting old, memory's not the best. The Shannara series. I DNF'd this book because it's a monster. But I would like to get back to the Shannara series. Jim Butcher's Blood Rights. I'm currently blowing through some Dresden with some buddies, so that's good. Getting that out of the way. I own 2 more Dresden books in the chronological sequence. Then after that, I will probably take a break from Dresden as I buy a couple more and let them filter in. Brazier Aragon. I'm that far into that, and then I stopped reading it one day, and I've yet to pick it up since. That's literally what happened. I read 200 pages. I went to mow grass, and I never, ever came back to it. All right. Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're only at 7 minutes. I've gone on about minimal tangents here. The Dark Legacy of the Drow, basically Dritz. I'm a huge fan of Dritz. I have, oh shit, I couldn't tell you how many. Hold on. 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. About 30 Dritz novels or novels taking place. I have all the Dark Elf stuff. I think this is the newest one I own. Neverwinter book 4. And then I have a 6th book, War of the Spider Queen series. And then I have some other books that have Dritz in it. So I'm a huge Dritz fan. Huge. My favorite character, though, is Wolfgar the Barbarian. Beard. I always imagine him with like a cool mohawk, but no, he has like long Thor hair. He has this hammer that you chuck it and he yells, Aegis Fang, and it comes back. So it's like kind of like Mjolnir, but he's a big hulking barbarian. That's kind of like my go-to. But like I said, yeah, there's just 20 of those. I need to sit down and read them. I really would like to do that. One day. I'm not including my massive book hauls of like Dean Koontz, because I really would like to read more Dean Koontz also. That won't be for a bit. Wheel of Time, of course. I'm books. I'm like 4 or 5 books into this, and they're all 1,000 pages, so that's literally why I stopped with that. I thought it was fucking awesome. It reminded me of a next, like Tolkien's like your baseboard, and then Wheel of Time is the next logical evolution of Tolkien, in my opinion. It's amazingly done. Robert Jordan, the author, did a great job. But, like, fantasy novels are just so fucking thick. I don't got time for that, y'all. I don't got time. I know what you're saying, Pruitt. You got fucking shelves of Stephen King. That's true. I mean, I don't have a solid argument against your point. I do have a full fucking shelf of massive tomes behind me, so I can't bitch about a massive shelf of tomes over there. Yeah, my room is set up Stephen King, fantasy, urban fantasy, and then sci-fi on the black shelf, and then I have a wooden shelf of like, that's me and my wife's combined books, but basically it's books that are more affiliated with their movie than they are books. Like Twilight, Hunger Games, Jurassic Park, stuff like that. YA, a lot of YA, Harry Potter, stuff like that. A lot of YA. Meg is on that shelf, and Meg is not YA, but Meg is amazing. I'm going to continue this series. This is the number 3 on the list for series. I mean, Dresden right now is number 1 because I beat somebody at uploading a Dresden video, and that hit home with me. So I'm going to see if I can do that to get him to chase that feeling. Meg is up there, and I am really wanting to get into some more Stephen King. I guess because Halloween's coming up. Percy Jackson, my friend Daniel, loves this series. And I got all through books 1 through 5 of the regular Percy Jackson. Then it went to what I call the Romans. The Heroes series, if you will. And I'm on book 4, but I don't own book 4. So that's where I need to be. This one was hard to finish. It's a little YA for me. Like YYA. Like, I like some YA. I like a little Buffy. You know, little teeny bopper in there. But this is the next grade below that. So I need to get book 4. And I hear book 4 is awesome. Book 4 and 5. And I can finish Percy Jackson. I can go into the Nordic stuff. And I think that's where I'll blow through those in a very short time. Because I'm a fucking goddamn vampire, barbarian, assassin, dark elf guy. Good stuff. Good stuff. And this is up there too. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I love the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. They are amazing. I have this whole set, and I would definitely like to do more of these. The movie was awesome too. But that's been my TBR hell. That's all the series I have at the top of my head. I don't have Odd Thomas up here. I want to read Odd Thomas too. That's not going to be for a while. None of this, as I said, yeah, I've got so much to do, I can't get nothing done. But I'm slowly starting to limit the... when I was working a lot in the winter, I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I ordered stuff in bulk. Like books. I ordered the set. I didn't order the book. I ordered a set. So now I have the sets that need read. But now I'm not working as much, so now I have time to do it, so I'm working on it. That's been your boy Prue, and it's been too many fucking series to count that I'm working on. Sorry for the sporadicness. I am going to tone it down a bit. I'm going to do the Dresden Files as my main series focus. I'm going to try to hit some standalones so I get caught up on Dresden. Then we'll go from there. Maybe 2 or 3 series at a time going in. There's that. Alright, it's been your boy Prue. Stay creepy.